If you have ever been bullied, harassed, tortured, which I hope you haven't, let me tell you, it is the worst, and I mean worst feeling ever.
Spreading rumors and bullying are nothing new. But today's kids are dealing with something that's far more sinister: cyberbullying. Kids are now using their cell phones and their computers to hurt, humiliate, and harass each other, and it's reaching epidemic proportions. A recent survey found that 42% of teens and 97% of middle schoolers have been bullied online. And it's not just nasty comments that our kids are getting. They're also being exposed to demeaning text messages, embarrassing photos, and snide opinion polls. What makes this type of bullying so disturbing is that it is constant, pervasive, and very, very public. In this 24/7 digital world, kids have many ways to be cruel. Shielded by anonymity, kids can now use instant messages, tweets, texts, as well as YouTube to tear other kids to shreds.
Unlike traditional face-to-face bullies, cyberbullies have the advantage of anonymity. Masked behind the computer screen and online accounts, many are given a false sense of authority and security, believing that their actions will have no consequences.
How much does anonymity contribute to this kind of cyberbullying?
Anonymity is a great accomplice for somebody whose desire it is to hurt another person, to denigrate, to demean.
These days, it's easier than ever to hide behind technology.
I walk into the room and I turn to the closet, and there is my baby hanging.
Cynthia Logan says her daughter was cyberbullied to death and still can't make sense of the devastating loss.
Do you understand why all of these kids have committed suicide because they've been bullied?
Yes, like I'm in their shoes.
Is it that painful?
Mm-hmm.
That it's sometimes the thought is it's better not to be around?
Mm-hmm. You're laying in bed and you're just thinking, like, what would it be like if you're not here? Would it be better? Or, like, would people be happier? Just you wonder, you think a lot of questions.
It's hard to come to school and focus on your work if you're feeling like you're not safe.
How many of you have felt scared to go to school? Yeah?
It's impairing the student's ability to function during the school day.
Cyberbullying often goes undetected by parents and teachers. A recent study revealed that only 10% of bullied victims inform their parents.
He says parents should know their kids' passwords and learn how to block individuals who are sending inappropriate messages.
Parents need to make sure the level of access their children has is age appropriate.
Check in with your kids regularly about their virtual lives. Establish a code of conduct. Tell them that if they wouldn't say something to someone else's face, then they shouldn't text it, IM it, or post it. Remind your kids that all private information can be made public. If they don't want the world to see it, then they better not post it or send it.
Anyone can get on and create an identity. Therefore, catching somebody that does cyberbullying, you really almost have to bring law enforcement into the matter.
At the state level, Senator Mike Ransenhofer has already sponsored cyberbullying legislation because right now the laws dealing with harassment don't focus on the internet.
A new law in Tennessee puts the state in the nation's majority to pass its own anti-cyberbullying law.
Under this new law, a cyberbully could face up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $2,500.
Along with Cynthia Logan, Tony is fighting hard for passage of the Jessica Logan Act.
Because every day that passes without this law in effect, we are at risk of losing our children.
The bill will give schools in Ohio the power to punish children who bully, even when it happens off school property.
I have a dream, Martin Luther King Jr. stated. Well, I have a dream also. A dream where children don't have to be afraid to come to school every morning. A dream where everyone works together to make it so. What if bullying could be stopped? Can you begin to imagine how much better that would make so many people's lives?